Chama Wontumi case no aye west after say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
Chairman Wontumi is released safe and sound.
There is a way of doing everything.
Your
National Cathedral, $58 million.
Yen someone for nyina kwaba ebiom emra jumadie so after say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia NPP wo try say omobakwa ko rescue chama Wontumi a eneman tuto yie no ensem bebre ene freche ba sese me no kasei ehfa ena chama Wontumi wo afenso ni condition et say quick one commander edemo info nyina eba enochi after chama Wontumi nsem no prosecution for eba be start ehfa National Cathedral yebere also na fe no yedin komoketo bi afi ho na bibia aye kama ede nsem na MPP for no ka baransa no commander yenko na fe yenko tiwemra
of course
minim se ahefo dodo na nya bi ahwe but then yensan tiemra be 30 seconds pe
okay
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say okopiemu e NIB or try ya say okwa rescue chama Wontumi nanso amfa but then ye tiemra yekoba minim se info bebre e wachi.
We had made some arrangements to come and see our chairman, Wontumi, who was arrested and has been held in custody by Iyoko. And so we wanted to see him and see how he was doing. We've made those arrangements. Unfortunately, we are here, but the NIB and Iyoko feel that the crowd is such that they are not able to bring him here at the moment, and they would have to make proper arrangements to bring him so that we can see him. And we are going to continue making those arrangements. We are very, very disappointed in our inability to see him because we had made prior arrangements, and so we've expressed our disappointment, and we want to continue and to make sure that we can see him. I must put on record that the bail conditions that have been set for Chairman Wontumi's bail, 50 million Ghana cedis, is very onerous. I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis. And I believe that this was just set to prevent his timely release. We are going to follow the due process, the legal process, to make sure that he's released as soon as possible. I want to plead with all of you to remain calm as we work behind the scenes to make sure that he is out. I believe that we will be successful, but we have to be calm and not take the law into our own hands. I think it's very important that we follow due process and make sure that Chairman Wontumi is released safe and sound.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia,
of course,
and MPP, and almost told me NIB. Because Chama Wontumi afiyoko ako NIB. Chama Wontumi hunamani o.
Director wo mani
na MPP for mrante no ye no. Who ni say?
Director, and not the truth be told and sound ye. Of course, because I was shy, I am mra and ye the adwuma. Nti say ye chi obi a. Director, it is expected say famra kwanso with all things being equal. Na ye to make you try nipa no. But say bia o dem rasha won na o say on say because ya che wo pani enti o dem ra be hye wonsam ana obeye deda. Director we dey emfa protest ho we emfa demonstration ho we dey allegedly nipa na ye bone e na ya che no ya man bail condition why na kwa akotua asem ni nyina no why na de na japade e kwa kire na ya man bail.
But then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko yes who kwa also who Chama Wontumi no o mama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia who Chama Wontumi.
Director baby asem na duru no ano ya yeten na nipa bebre susu say Iyoko any NIBS stretch asem no amana yeten dodo most especially after say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene afanyama kese ko ho a omo be ka kire Ghana for say omo ko ye no ena before say Yoko no total control because Yoko for na transfer na ba omo enyo no ma che no nti ji say Yoko for mo go ahead say omo ma kwan mo hu no the better ma Ghana for bi dwene say situation mo eden but asem ni nyina so ne say the better Yoko for omo na si bibi so the point is omo prevent say chama Wontumi move sika ene ejapade bi empa nkɔhye baabi nti at this stage obia obegeti closer to chama Wontumi ya enye bill no omode ma no na ye nkomodie no omo feel say anhwa obeka asem bi a kire ni bakro ama directly if any dey asan be kono makomovu niema but that is maybe own opinion say the madwen e kire me no
e be yam panso
because nkomo na ye di no the matter Wontumi nkan kire me say MPP party na da ho mua no ye nya enipa omaja pade we di ne dieba we di ne dieba we di ne dieba ebetimi abo ano 50 million Ghana cedis
but it's 500 billion
which is 500 billion
but then commander and some wo mo kan say 500 billion
okay
what be that
what are you
so
enso za what are the tia enso ne say in the eyes of MPP 500 billion bill no esoma wo mu because two reasons oma dwim no oma anwene ho da say ebesi say ye be chi chaba Wontumi na be chi MPP ni bi ne ka say omo nkofa bill condition kakra ka say emra entaye omo nwa say adan na ye de mu ye say right but the entia enso ni reason number 1 so kai in 2019 around October wa bra na nado banks bebre ogu no wo hwe omo nsemu a there was one bank a friend Capital Bank na Mr. Atu Esian ena na oye owner of Capital Bank when the kofa baye what ye chi no concerning the collapse of the bank bail a demand no they 200 million Ghana cedis bail condition plus 4 sureties chama Wontumi de no 2 sureties plus 50 million bill where the any 4 sureties plus 200 million bill 2019 and then 2025 but at that time no when the Bible tebe ka kire say Atu Esian Ghana ni oye nipa enti ni bill condition so yente so when the Bible tebe ka sa nti se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2019 na oye vice president or mining or te say court and answer security agencies in this bill condition ke say we Atu Esian so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ntumi anka ntra Ghana for say ni bill condition so enti yente so man but ono ne de na chama Wontumi de na times 4 yes say John Mahama Wontumi de na so dodo that no na nchen in 2012 2012 obe kaya wayomi
sensem ono so de na so
mo wayomi bill no na ye 54 million Ghana cedis bill and ye 23 so in 2012 until from 2012 ebesi 2025 na say wayomi de na mpo ye say waye adwuma ama oman no and adwuma na ye gi free ni nsem and what they court say e was a ketwa sika ma no and ye twa judgment debt man ye say judgment debt ni ye twa no amfa due process and sika na waje di no ye mani ni sika no and ye na twa man so na ye che no ye che no ni bill condition e 54 million Ghana cedis satam na NDC na wo so MPP for man me ka say aden na wayomi bill condition 54 million Ghana cedis and these are two instances
na se bia shida
but I say two times
but chama Wontumi sika ekwesa
but it's because wayomi dey year 2012 and then 2025 and now 2019 na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vice president bankahwe nti omo abonti omo yetede say ase ebin sida we yen sentrene no these are certain things that you bi Ghana habre until we understand the kind of politics among for yen and no says our politics we ejituma enye
but commander one thing so ne say see and you be ginam e de sika akọ say e bia sa sika twitwi di omo so omo de chama Wontumi you be ginam akọ di say adwuma no o china bia we hwe ni nsemu
director ade ne nyina ne say
no na MPP for no susuro
mo say yekofo no yes say what the documents ne kwa omo be verification wo documents no omo be checks up verify bibia aye course aye omo background checks ehu say ejapade o ya odi ampa na unya free ha o source of income na wonya recently odi yes ejapade no ni nyina omo be check enti ene within MPP as a party the obia soro ne say they say achiche ne doso se fi kakra bu o ye bechew enti ebi a yenyanya wo nche wasam mai o de documents ko ne ko hwehwem na se fi tare ho a ne yenko chi wuntum
ebra chama wuntumi to gold jiska papa bi no
na se
ka say na nipa no o he
na o he na Dr. Raymond Acha yeah ne oye iyoko boss no ono na andanana time MPP for bu ne dan to gu ye wa kra no na president ma appoint ne di ne ko iyoko in TV ne dan na sem no oni MPP for the so man so a omugo so twe court and this time no mercy for the cripple oni obi ehumabro because ne dan omubutu gu ye
na me ba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia o se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko na ye tete se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwa ko jinam
of course
am ya beli chama Wontumi
yeah
but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko ye no yesi amana hu chama Wontumi nti onya sure se ade no se fakadam bi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sheda ko fa ho because say okwa ko jinam atue skana me yi chama Wontumi
yeah
me sure se nka ombe sign no
yeah director no credit no na wo kan because
Ghana for adwen ma ho
asem ni nyina no elia no ye nyina tete say de na wo kan say almost Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the documents ya ebetumi akova sika na ye pe no ye dia beli chama Wontumi nti obi atwa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia okodru ye no wan ko negotiate with Yoko say these are the documents, these are the proofs ebetuma me guarantee chama Wontumi bill
say akwese okoto player okokodru a say play bit say Neymar PNG for discover to
okay
omudi scam to no say Neymar nan sesa ne niam na
yenko
enti scam de ye de ato nti wo NPP for mo face scam nko to no munya chama Wontumi
o ma twa bo no buyout clause ne da ho release clause ne da ho enti fa release clause no niam na hye no fa koto ho no munyi chama Wontumi ma but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia brother asem ne nyina ne say and China Hassan mama yarga ka parliament say PDS scandal omo be sha say investigate the writer o kansem bebra na eno so yes scandal say amanfo so say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di wom nti say enya start say kim Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so nyina yie enti ebetima ba say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na dwen say ko beli chama Wontumi but na dwen sa ko so say ordinary documents kwa Yoko for no investigating say odi president for vice president for 8 years no adwuma say na wa ya wetimanya sa japade no nti after investigation no ebia ono so na sembeba that is the reason ono so waja the documents ofie eno okwe no so de munyi chama ma menhwe na menhwe nanim keke na menhwe ratadabi
munyi chama ma
yese mumfa documents mra na momegye nko oba ya amsi ye nyinima na monhwe nanim later it doesn't work that way e too bad say wa shemache but said the ade ne si kono minim say chama Wontumi wo lawyers nti say oma ko ade no say bi abumra so a the lawyers no knows how to deal with it but Russia lawyers ntimi shedan ka bibia no let's just say it is still within the law
but then yentumrika na yentie we mra and the stories no toson ti yen breaki na yentie video we mra MPP for no and some of the tudwa sesi ade omo His Excellency John Mahama ba be shim yen komra because komo bi wachi
a democratic state and a ye two sana mowe President Mahama should be ashamed. Yes. So what one did you know no musuo na kwa ne yamwa na wo homen from a papa na wo dan ani etu TV so na wo hunu de ye de ye chairman Wontumi na ye tete and fundamental human rights so no feel okay. Then I don't think that nipa ya to aba man no owo the nation at heart because the one ya no ebetimi di eja atoman mu. I am telling you. Nyamo ye ne betimi di eja atoman mu and so no they sit on concern as a hwen kwa so ye normal. Can you imagine this? Yay! Can you imagine this? Ye hwe yo. Ye tua na mo wa ye nya hwe yie esan se mre ye ninka so da. Emre hoy ye ninka so da.
Nya dia metumi akomenya aba ne dia minim se na dia. Na mi so mbayi na maye. Ya je ya dia di na kwene. Ma na o ma fa na maye dia. Yanchi. Yanti ase. Ye nyina ye besi be ma dia chi. Papa nya shi akone jesu. Na me kam ne tunkra we adia me bi si for say. ya wagana ha na so bi nyan confirm ya te ya sen confirm na to ko Burkina ya ni say ya ni say omo dali pray ya to omo so ya omo say yo ya Ghana ya wa ya che ya sha ya so ya Ghana wallahi ya sha ne so ma yi papa na maye na ni do nyame ena ya nyina ya baba ya ho adaja ya wo panifa o Ghana ha anyifu akase wo Ghana ha an batini akasa atia do mama said ya oye no enye yo mudi ye papa no obi papa obi ku yo mudi ye no enye omunyi no anyifu nyina koma na tu so mu no mu kabia eye wo ma Ghana so mu nyina ye din na mo said ya koso omo chese MPP be ye bibi
MPP ye said ya koso na no dey
of course
but then unim bibi time Wontumi eye mining oyi gold e o TV so oji ni sika papa bi no sama me fo e chama Wontumi amfre wo mo amu sika ne bi but then ene e ba say no o se on na kasa o
of course
ano dey akweku anyewuram
erata pepese me de ma me de ne hyase na unim bibi nkrofo bi atwantra kyerɛ maame mo ama atɔ mu tima besi nne maame a ogina hɔ kasai onim ne left and the right in politics nsama ɔka nyina ɔnte aseɛ the right onim baby a ogina but because ne party nti o sɛ ɔka bibi ɛhyɛ ne tirim sɛ the president is against the political party MPP nti at all costs yam fighting your party ni so nti negie or the no voice will fight for the party
na president Joe Besi mu say
or say mampeni ne ya obebo ne hu naked and I was expecting it say obi papa kodi ni boni na wo say ya nya na obebo hu naked it serves you right to say obebo hu naked na ukunu ne wo ma etifie no mbe hu otifi so say obo naked all in the name say enya wo wabra bompunto na wo pe na mum eye obi a yesusu say waya ade a etia mra na emra ne ni di na wo se wonte ase rata asem ne nyina ne say eni amnu gusu kasai chama Wontumi ye ko hot ma wo no he's okay because wako hunger strike it say chama Wontumi say wako hunger strike ye ko forma na aduane a oni dabi enti oye okay so onye okay anko obedidi e chese kom ne no the body is still fresh bibia sisi so enti sa wo tifie na wo se wo MPP ni odi mampani ba be this issue a mampani ni issue wem dabi Ose mampani ekoto blame my tone so that issue no kra no ya anye ni say that case was investigated na nadu ye investigation e special prosecutor kisia jabin e investigation na clear president mama in 2024 say ne ho so onfa nkodi nti se obi ka asem kirewa but sometimes you need to sit down na wan kase wo hia bibi ansa na waba montia be kasa but asem ne say maame no politics no wontia se ya kama na to ni trim say MPP NDC
a branch kwa some on so okay
Roger I'm shocked
a whole radio host so we say chama Wontumi state
say western region Roger one was say a political host yeah you should know better we now say we educate the public in terms of politics or no ba betra ho or any political say the mampani ne ye no this issue has nothing to do with the presidency Roger mampani ne dia na ho ye te say the mampani ne ye ne say obi a fraud ya che no mampani si munya no nkofie sana mampani ne ye ana say obi nam de ba bi say radio presenter no ote hwa na president ma afa phone say radio presenter we no nya mahim nkoche no na momfa ne to prison
ba me de men tia say ne say MPP me ye be kan say ebi mu nya omu nyina ebi mu e defend criminality
of course right eno na emi nwanwa
dem cho what you say
eno na emi nwanwa
say see no mo 2028 mu pe power ye nto aba ma ho enti ye Ghana fo ye betena se assess NDC fo ba aban mu no say no matoto ne yama ofene ya assess mutena opposition no say no mo so ma si atoto mo ne yama but who say no o ase who support criminality
of course
e be na 2028 o ba me meto aba ma
right there emi nwanwa ne say NDC co opposition no MPP a lot of investigations. President Mama Nkasa MPP and investigations bebree including Airbus scandal. Emma President Mama Nkasa ka say ordinary ho si ho for 7.5 years. Say na na do enye investigation bi opeso ye fa no. Ya hu say NDC for say aden na na do ne MPP aban eye president ama ho investigation about Airbus scandal or time no NDC for amekasa ye hu say NDC for ye dede but it is only MPP and I won't say omni party bone na ye na kwagina mranim na MPP for say aden ne nipa na di bone a mo de na kwagina mranim o di bone mo nya no nkofi
meba me twa no yenko this video emra almost the ekoso no o say MPP for no kwatana form form na mo ye demonstration no ni nyina say ya checha ma Wontumi amon for kasa tia but ekoba sa na MPP for no so di video bi abom say sa de we say NDC for e bi da do dia busia ye hwe we mran ye koba ye besa to aso Commander,
yeah, Roger.
I'm for say 5 years ago,
of course,
and say NDC for a see don't get ya,
yeah,
or could the top block almost so transform,
yeah.
I'm for this video about, but then one chemuno on to the chemucha for
well, Roger, and okay, so because NDC for so transformer, Nippon control,
yeah,
that is the actual tenor, a CA in 2019, but as something you say, these are two different instances. Yeah. NPP before form omko try ne say ya checha ma Wontumi atum enti omo ntiase NDC for so form omko try in 2019 ne say NDC declare kumiprekun demonstration say na nado ebedi mampani bo a wo share no enya no no wodi so enu nti oman ni mu aye general Ghana for ho kire wo mo enti na nado onku ye prekun enti omo kwatena for masu ama na nado hu se ahokire aba oman ni mu. Because in 1995, Nanado na first kumiprekun demonstration in Tenubi no moye. There was a difference. Women say NDC protest no. For the nation. Ahochira about mining. Yem protest for the nation. NPP protest. You amukotna for me. Almost say na Chama Wontumi. Yem protest for Chama Wontumi. Right, sit down and judge.
And the say the okay no. NDC the any say. Yam from protected or mine. No money ye.
Okay.
And MPP dio who ye say. Chama Wontumi ye say Chama Wontumi abo no. And yam kwatena from near fan cover no.
Aha. Assembly nyanti. These are the two instances. Right, obia wo right. E wo no ankasa ni padua so a obetima idropes wo ye bia. Enti obia betima kwatena from any time bia wo pe. Nobody cares. Enti it's up to MPP NDC say tem bia o pa bo kwatena from obi amfa ho but asem ne say yen as Ghanaians baby ayeti eno na obi say asem to wo no why na na wo nchen nti NDC can tell Ghanaians say in 2019 they kwatena from only for the reason say e former ayete no ye say ahokira ba na na do shebo wani so eno ti na kwatena pa we were protesting for Ghanaians. It's similar thing. It is NDC walking out from parliament. Na ye ko pass E11. And NDC walking out because and also no mass nyina say E11 no ya against Ghanaians. Ghana for so mompe. In the MPP for se chinchina ombesha homra. Ye ntina mre no ye bepie. But MPP walking out. Assembly nyina say ya chicha ma Wontumi. Ye be walking out from parliament. Chama Wontumi waye bone e na ya che no. But these are different instances. Obi a obi o free ba. But me de baby me free ba no. And ye pet obia ne de but obia all right MPP for bet match na from any time NDC so bet match na from any time
yemfa we mra metwam andi apia kubi Chama Wontumi ni lawyer wasa de nsem bia tudwa ense commander de ekoso ne de
of course
Chama Wontumi ense yenyanyi ne ne ebeyere pa baran yenkotie we mra brana champion so abamu bi ntu de abusua yentie mra.
There is a way of doing everything. If you use the way to do it, you will do it as expected. So you don't start throwing stones when you want to enter the house. This is, what is the time? This is 8 o'clock. But we've gotten public officers still stay here and wait for us. It depends on how you conduct the business. So we have been seen by the public officers. We've done what is dutifully our job to do. We've done this. We encountered some difficulty which will be sorted out on Monday. Then we'll have a fresh slate to operate. We will work towards the desired results. I beg you, all of you, I will stay out of the politics and the theater, and I'll do the work within the law. I thank you very much for your support.
Just one question. Do you know the whereabouts of your client?
Oh yes, why not?
Where is he?
We had brought him to meet with Vice President, but the situation we saw was difficult to arrange this meeting, to pass through the crowd to get Vice President, see him and talk to him. So we had to take him back, and I told you that his condition of health requires attention. So he is receiving attention. He is wholly good, he is wholly healthy, and there's nothing to worry about in respect of his health.
Secure the bail now?
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Champon, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank him very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday. I say it is application that was not filed by my good self, but that prohibits us.
Is that what you're holding?
That is what I'm holding.
Specifically, what is it about?
I'm not showing you.
Sure. So hopefully by Monday your client will be free.
Hopefully by Monday, when this application is withdrawn, then we'll proceed to complete what we are doing.
I get that becomes a conditionality then, that if this application is withdrawn, yes, your client gets to go home.
Pending, that will impeach them from continuing with the negotiations. Otherwise, we need to wait and this application is taken and the results come before we can also come in. Because independency of this application, none of us can perform. But at least we have the agreement that we are ready to end. So but for this application, we would have ended today. So unfortunately, our hands are tied.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, the Roger.
Wontumi ne ho nsensem.
Asemo.
And the appear could be situation when Subai no. As the lawyer na prepare. Ena Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia koye no. Wontumi anhu Wontumi.
Yeah.
But then someone the appear could be the two gran. It seems say Papa no da bi otimi hu no.
Of course. Yeah, according to Papa nim komodie no. Nature yekofo no ho ne de bibia yoke.
Yeah.
Because ono no ye intermediary between Wontumi any Yoko any abontenfo no. Nti ono mpo ka omo a no mu process ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia set Wontumi. No ma di nkomo no. But crowd na no mo force say omo bawura mu bi no. Enu bi ene ka ho a prevent ya ama Bawumia nya time bebrebe ene Wontumi ankodi nkomo.
But then is a brand champon abambi.
Of course.
Ababekinem.
Yeah.
Among for say any other na escafo MPP monabo Kennedy wonso mram beginem.
Yeah.
Azebo.
The Roger. Asem ne say.
Yeah.
Anoma nua ene de one ne dadua kro. Enti ene baby ade ni gina no be catch us MPP there political parties within the party fa no two three eno na nchen sesi a asamwe wa wodu ho bekọ akọhyem bia no yokofo no ekwan bia mbapa so behwehwe wonsam from head to toe no mahwehwem
ene ntie se no mo ba brane champon onye careful
mo enti so hwe ya brane champon according to lawyer and the appear kubi ordinary krata ko as a surety but ono ne de no wanko se ono na ordinary sika na se na japade a esum 50 million Ghana cedis ekojinam yes 50 million Ghana cedis plus 2 sureties enti nipa mienu adefo mienu a omodo mpo beso no brana champo se oyo adefo baako na mum 50 million Ghana cedis bill no why na japade ko that is the issue but asem no are taking another tenor e ho na me pese di nkomo but another tenor taking say lawyer and appear could be saying they have another legal issue and no na ma bill condition I done but then say there is an application let's just say either say a nipa bi and answer a kobi and so a filing application either say a court application and I say or my filing or baby and you notify Yoko for say this is an application and also for chama Wontumi ho enti with this no enu ho kwan say muja chama Wontumi ne ko e ma ne ko for now
say chama Wontumi edika kosia di fo ho na omo ne twetwe nko fa galaxy
okay
ofiri oni efisem ko kofi ehọ na yokofo nso be chi no ena omo nso so se for don sensen we ofiri ho wakọ NIB edi chama Wontumi nsem no ye chi no we ho na eyese ekoda ye ba be yinu a na nipa ho fo nso di bibia ba be
obi kura se japa etete no national security japa obi se japa etete no enti onye careful opie free ho pe kofi gwache ne japa be chi no national say security agencies no be a chini bi international security nso be che no
kofi bo achi de obe che no
but the right baby ade ni gina no they say nyema mielu na medwene legal application na akwa say lawyer ni di hu nkomo a ama bill na ye dene no rata medwendwene say deputy attorney general Sramsai asama okai no ebi ana international body na okom asem no omo na a file application na dia betum because omu case might be different from yen cases na ye kan wasam wa no nte bia om application na betoma o say yokoni NIB before so hwem no mu collaborate wie ansa no beja cham ntuma o maja no the right energy be ma yemre na nso boa o say bo nye se pamopamo chama Wontumi amane a obeku e woni wiasa na ohun yenhwe said in seven besia kobat where the lawyer no am a fair idea of the situation nti MPP for an ntiase say enye obi na ta chama Wontumi emra no na omu ntimi miti ye according to lawyer no so omu miti mra na ye beja chama Wontumi amana ko
yankona this video a national cathedral no prosecution for esan eba be started and no ma hene edin sembebre up to da and his excellency John Mahama akasa say prosecution and started obusia yentimra
so ogusu awo ye niam no yewura national cathedral $58 million ne beba say no yewura se nipa no oya sofuo oya nanao bi nipa no bibi oya bia no sa amana no de mentiase yewura hwehwem ma bia meka nkire say ade na nkoye nti no nhwehwem eba sa ade aga na fo ye bedi ho yawo yewura hwehwem ba bia se wachi madam fo chairman wine menka se wo no wachi no emra no de na enam so eye chairman wine a sofo onchane chairman wine nana onchane chairman wine na esese emra no de ekoba bia yewura ade ba ku a wo ba ye nkyere wo ye ayem de aka ho asem dada appointment
na no ma hene
of course
ba quick one kitwa bi yeni hu nkomo na afi yenko
the right we ma de ba ko abi asamba kwa de bi ehye mitrim ni say influential personalities asama e mata pa no also mo de o ma no tum so mo de o ma no tum a mpanifo ne te ho a obo ho hye wo mo they cannot sit
na chama Wontumi ensem kwa na akwa sei na eho national cathedral
the right so national cathedral enya bahwe say kem na ye chi obi one shot deda Ghana for be ye no it to be more than chama Wontumi asem
obi say Victor Kusi Buate wate
I say maintenance kasa me sofo pani yentenenka o me yentenenka director chama Wontumi nsem ne a whole lot of issues no the person me center around Nana Doma hene nkoma wadi director obi ntan obi but the point is baby a ye hihye o man ne baby a ye kɔ no se obi be di sika na amfa mra kwan so a no cross ye nyina ye ya no ba ko na ye chini pana na ye gie sika said the be ya you can change the face of the country o man ne ye ene se Ghana to say you ka director o say ye hure ye nyina ne ye to adi enye nipa ba ko director de me den say Nana Doma hene he is in the judicial service or a high court judge onimra enti onim say at least sa problem ba ko a eda ho a dan nyina Ghana fo so hu and onim say the mra city a na dwimo no in his own sense of judgment obi a diboni woman that person must pay for the boni awaye and eno na nchen oyo hene nipa bebre hye na se okoni kroma owo nkrofo ahiafo ne mobrofo ho a omoba ne nase besu epemmoa enti onim how Ghana for nam ahokyerem the writer say e benya mpanifo asofo ne ahemfo amomo be stand on their toes na o ma hwe mpanifo ne maka no kra kire mpanifo ne say ya but akomani ka yeye anka yeye dadara because said ye da bia na Ghana akoye no e hye mpanifo no bu omu ntimi nka ntimo say youth no omu kogina ba bia na o maka o madwen but youth no kana adwen na boro so a na amanfo hyase tag ne say omu ade obehu na nkrofo hyase tag you with a whole lot of issues but say ahemfo ne mpanifo say ebama right bibia be fine but national cathedral no former finance minister Kenofuriata say bosome na wu ne sawo wanhwa kromu ha interpol for na de ne beba
oh na me issue we buy na ye ya no bi kaze edi chama Wontumi kura ni na Kenofuriata asemo bi kan no say eti chama Wontumi pa na national security
ayire ni
say na before ye ni say na Kenofuriata anu be di o
Kenofuriata de amani case ne be west ni say o cry say in between 15th and 31st of May obeba no the writer o ya ye say na ni atiabro so na boko na 48 hours bi enkam ombesa declare no wanted na say boko na iyokofo na bia na ifonsa so Kenofuriata mu ha one shine be condition no ono no de no ebe 50 billion Ghana cedis na ono de wa hwa office ho obi ansi ho obi ansi ho
commander no yemfansi ho
the writer yemfansi but before say me ko no say the man na Doma hene di nsem we tu da no na nkomo bi koso in the Bono East region no so ma mini hu nkomo kitwa bi right I'm told say mampani pese omu bie cashew processing plant ewo ehono right yenhwe say at least manufacturing ebe hyase say the mampani ka 24-hour economy no right cashew sika wom papa na ni produce no so de in the Bono area and you produce pa and this say processing plant ya ye be process cashew no ho a work say ebe form no plant ni be ye adwuma 247 yem breaki and ebasa adwuma beba farmers no so they will be interested because sika beba rata yen hwese bibia be fine get mama mpani abaso
commander or the nsem ni nyina agu ho aha e brighter media ye ko ebesa babiem ya kraifo nyina